Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Thursday Thunder. I am Kyle Roberts, joined again by Derek Wagner from the Surface Marketing team. And we have a couple new ECX vehicles here for you. Well, not quite new, but kind of new. You want to explain a little bit?
Yeah, so we currently have a 4x4 Ruckus and a 4x4 Torment in the ECX lineup, right? Mm-hmm. But we've done a couple things differently with these two vehicles that are going to replace the existing vehicles. Okay. The first thing you're going to notice is we got two entirely new trim schemes. Mm-hmm. So we went a little brighter, a little bit more aggressive, and we also put a new set of wheel and tires on them. But that's not the biggest change. Okay. The biggest change is we've pulled the battery and charger out of the box to make them $40 cheaper than the existing vehicles. So they're both $199.99. So you can walk out of the hobby shop for $200 with a 4x4 ECX vehicle that includes 13-turn motor, Spectrum radio system, waterproof electronics. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything that if you're on a budget and you want something that you know is backed by Horizon, extremely durable, a great performing vehicle, you can't go wrong with either of these.
Perfect. Now, you say without battery and charger, is there a recommended battery or charger, or is this something people could use they already have? Or
good question. So if you already have a battery and charger, you're set. These will accept up to a 2S LiPo, so you can run a 6 or 7 cell nickel metal pack or 2S LiPo, and you're good to go.
EC3 connector?
EC3 connector, great point. Now, what we are announcing at the same time today is these Dynamite Power Stage bundles. Okay. So what you're going to find is you're going to find a bundle that includes a charger and a battery. We have 3 different bundles. All three include the same charger, our popular Dynamite DYNC 2030, which is our Profit Sport Mini charger. Okay. Great charger, small, compact size, 50 watts, all that you'll need. But the different stages include a different battery. So stage 1 includes a 7-cell nickel metal pack. Stage 2 is a 2S LiPo pack, and stage 3 is a 3S LiPo pack. Now again, the stage 3 with 3S LiPo isn't compatible with these vehicles, but it is an easy solution. So if a customer comes in, they're new, they're a gift buyer, and they need the complete package, it's still very easy for them. Right. We'll have marketing material at point of sale, at our retail shops, and online saying, okay, if you need a battery and charger for this, here's the package you need or packages you can choose from. Right. And when you buy the bundle, you even save a few bucks versus buying the product separately. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. That sounds great. And another one thing I wanted to point out, I did see there are 2 other paint schemes to each of these.
Yeah, so there's a T1 and T2, T1 and T2. So
they all look very cool.
I just happen to show my favorite.
Yes, so. They're very vibrant and very out there. So I wanted to point that out just in case these weren't like floating your boats here. We do have a product video we're going to jump to. So if we forgot to mention something, you might cover it in the video. Otherwise, it's going to be on horizonhobby.com. And after the video, stay tuned because we have another really big, exciting announcement. So I should have mentioned this before to keep our airplane guys here. If you're an airplane guy, stay tuned.
See you.
Hey everyone, welcome out to Eli Field here in Monticello, Illinois for kind of part 2 of this week's Thursday Thunder. We hope you stayed tuned because we got a huge announcement here from Hangar 9. I'm now joined by Allie, and Allie, this looks awesome. What do we have sitting here in front of us?
This is Hangar 9's latest release. This is the all-new CubCrafters XCub 60cc. It's our latest cub, and working in conjunction with a strong partner, CubCrafters, who gave us license to make the smaller 15cc carbon cub a few years ago. That proved to be one of our most successful models. Certainly in the time that I've been the product developer for Hangar 9, it's the second most best-selling airplane we've sold, which for a scale subject matter is quite a surprise to us. So it made sense when when CubCrafters announced the XCub about 2 years ago. We were straight away onto it. We've worked well with them in the past, and they were super accommodating. They're like, yep, whatever you need, drawings wise, license wise. They gave us carte blanche to make a replica of it, and yeah, that's what it's done. It's taken 2 years to get it to this stage, but we have the XCub 60cc.
And the big thing that really stands out to me right away is the wingspan. I think you were saying this is just under 10 feet.
9.6 feet, 116 inches. Yeah, that puts it at a scale of between 1/4 to 1/3 scale.
That's awesome. And then for power plants, electric and gas?
Usual Hangar 9. I try not to make things where they're just specific to one type of power plant if I can do that. So yes, straight out of the box it's equipped or set up to be equipped with either gas or electric. And in those various power plants or power options, you have alternate options. So gas is set up out of the box for the Evolution 62cc single cylinder. Okay. Fits inside the cowling really nice. You don't have to make any modifications, make any cutouts. The engine's all in there, and it cools really well through the front scoop. Stock Evo muffler fits inside the cowling, exits out the bottom really neatly. There are other power options. We realise that people are going to choose to adapt and put what they've got or what they prefer in it. So it's set up for twin. We're just currently putting one together with a DLE 60cc twin. DA70 will fit, Sato 61 4-stroke twin for those that want to make it sound really cool. That's just to name some of the few gas options.
And what's in this particular model right here?
This is our electric prototype basically. It's a second sample, so we flew the first one with the Evo 62. This has the Power 360 electric motor that we sell. Castle Creations 160 amp controller. Okay. It's drawing about 120 amps peak, and that's from a 12S 7000 milliamp setup. Awesome. Gives crazy power and well over scale power for a cub. It's not quite unlimited, but enough to do prop hang, torque roll, crazy short field takeoff with the electric system.
Very cool. And I know you were pointing out some of the details if you want to kind of run around it and kind of point everything out.
Yeah, I'm super proud of it. It's just little things, little deals. As I say, the attention's in the detail. You know, we have a magnetic top hatch that is wedge fit here to stop it from coming off. 4 magnets, so that's super easy to take on and off. If you want to access stuff like wing mounts, battery installation from the top, you can. Single toolless assembly at the field, so you just unscrew the thumb screws there and they come off, so you don't need to carry any special tools. That clicks back into place. Antenna uses a gold Corelli type connector, so instead of having to screw the antenna on, you can just push fit that, so it makes it super convenient to take it off and not get it damaged in transit. This little doobie here, which is the Aerotow release, normally you'd have to buy that separately on any other airplane. This comes straight out of the box with that included for everyone. So if you wanted to do it as an Aerotow aeroplane from the beginning, you can do, or retrofit it. All of the mounts inside for that and the servo are pre-installed, so there's no modification required. That gives you the ability to tow a glider, for instance, or a banner if you wanted to. We've towed with the electric and the gas one gliders up to nearly half scale. 40% scale is a glider that I towed about a few months ago. 21 feet of glider we've towed with this happily, so yeah, that's quite cool. Ultra coat covering as featured with all our aeroplanes. It's genuine ultra coat. Base colours silver, red and black, so easy to replicate or repair if you need to. A super fancy all aluminium machine tail wheel, which was custom built for this aeroplane, where it's actually worked out so well we'll offer that as a spare part. We think it's that good. Painted control horns, little details like that. Landing lights and nav lights. Tail LED nav lights come as standard in each kit. They're good for 3S nice lipo application, so they work out. It's a little scale touch. Scale hinges, so no sino hinges in this one. We've got the knuckle type hinges, which are scale faired in, so they're all pre-done out the factory, no hinging for you to do on the wings at all. Walk around here. Landing light is usually just like the tail lights, 3S compatible LEDs. The door system, quite a prominent feature on Cubs, is the twin opening like clamshell doors. Most other models have little what we call hatch latches or screws, which are a little bit obtrusive as far as scale looks are concerned and fiddly. So what I did on this one, I worked with the factory and we've made a scale type operational system where it rotates and fires 2 pins front and rear, and then that allows it to open top and bottom, so loads of access if you want to get in there and change batteries and so forth, or just generally work on it. Can fly with the door open if you want to pin those open as the full scales do, so it's quite nice, super quick to close it. Done. Scale cowling, no cutouts, that's a big thing for me. I don't like to see a big cylinder head sticking out if avoidable. The gear. The gear is an interesting feature on this aeroplane. Piper Cubs are renowned or famous for having this sprung articulated gear system. Not so with the real XCub. The real XCub is almost like a contradiction in terms. It's a hot rod Cub. It's the highest performing Cub that's ever been made. It flies the highest, flies the furthest, flies the fastest. And the way they've done that is really streamlined the basic old Piper Cub design. And the gear on the XCub is actually rigid mount, not articulated on the scale XCub. That's what will come in every kit. Because we wanted to make an accurate model. Now, CubCrafters themselves offered as an option on the full scale the old traditional articulated undercarriage. They thought, you know, there's going to be some old school guys out there want to have the sprung gear. So I decided to work again with our factory, who are super accommodating, and say, look, can we make the aeroplane so it could work with both gear? And that's what they did. So out of the box, it will come with the rigid gear. It will come with a set of 7-inch American-made aluminium Sullivan wheels. It doesn't sound like much, but it's quite a big deal. They're like $40 a piece items if you want to buy those separately. So good quality wheels, that's what will come out of the box. But again, we understand that not everyone wants to use that undercarriage system. So we have the articulated undercarriage as an option, and that's what's fitted to this aeroplane here. That in itself leads me to a whole new bunch of stuff, which is working with partner companies. We decided on this one that lessons learned from the little 15cc Carbon Cub. You know, when I made that, or when I developed that and we started selling that, I noticed a lot of people wanted to tweak it and tune it. I suppose it's the nature of the modeler, you know, you want to make it your own. So they would put stuff like different tail numbers on, or a scale cockpit, or a pilot, and the undercarriage as well. They work with, I kept seeing this name pop up of this company in Alaska called PR Bush Wheels. Now they're guys, literally 2 guys, that just make high-end bespoke undercarriage stuff for things like Cubs. And by stuff, I mean inflatable tires, super high quality stainless steel struts. So I decided, look, why don't we from the get-go contact these guys and see if they're wanting to work with us. Amazing, amazing company to deal with. They bent over backwards, and they have as options available direct from them, set of wheels, 2 different sizes. One is the big 8.75-inch Tundra style tires, air inflatable, that you see on this one. They also do an 11.6-inch size. It's huge Tundra tires, which we're just fitting onto the latest sample right now. Gas struts, they're an option from PR as well. The standard optional undercarriage, sounds like a contradiction again, but the optional undercarriage as it comes out of the box has bungee struts like the full scale, but PR do these sprung super high quality dampened gas struts here. Pilot, Warbird pilots and tailored pilots in the UK both offer really nice detailed pilots specifically for this aeroplane, so we'll have those in the manual. That's about it that I can think of. Oh, spinner. Spinner comes standard, comes in the box, included in every one, so it's something you don't have to buy separately.
And you already mentioned the lights as well also?
Yeah. The lights are in every kit. They're fitted as well, so you don't have to go and build any of that in. All the wires are routed, so you just put a plug on the end, connect it up. Now, some people just want to drop it straight into a receiver and have them on permanently. Some people want to link them to a fancy controller that can make them flash. You can do that. So.
Awesome. I know that was a ton of information for you guys. There's probably a ton more. It's all going to be obviously on the website here. Last thing, when can we expect these to kind of start surfacing?
So they're in production now, and so expect to see them landing in our Horizon warehouses around the world September, October time.
Okay, very cool. Well, jump on the website. You're going to see stuff about this online on the Facebook as well. Aside from that, I think we've covered everything. That was a long segment, but I think it was worth the time. And we'll see you back here at the same time, same place. Thanks again.